Hello and welcome back. I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more EU4 Ragusa. Wrapping up Ragusa. We're currently beating the Ottomans. We just took Trebizond, which is great. That's a mountain fort, so we're making serious progress. Sinop has been besieged by peasants, like you do. This navy docked up on protect trading Constantinople while going home during war, just in case. So we're going to explain black flagging cheese here soon. Hey, look, guys, it's plebs demand pizza. All right, I guess that answers my question about whether or not we should be piecing out soon. The plebs demand pizza. Clearly, it's time. They demand pizza. They cry out. They're hungry. Wow, Damascus fell in 20 days. Neat. So the black flag, like, cheesy stuff isn't even really necessary, considering how well we're knocking these forts down, but we'll do it anyway, because it's funny. Continuing to avoid fighting his armies so that he keeps going deeper in debt. Albanian separatists exist. This stack is going to come over to here and fight that stack. Look at that. 31 days. Another fort fell. Well, you know what? I'm just going to stop taking forts so that we have an excuse to use the black flag cheese and get through a province. All right, step 1, have a black flagged army. Step 2, have a target that's behind zone of control that you want to go siege. You have to make sure you have military access to the target. So I can march here, but I don't want to go this way. I want to go through that fort. That fort's annoying, so let's just walk through it. So the reason the exploit works is probably the easiest way to make this make sense. When your army is black flagged, you're able to issue a movement command anywhere, because it's black flagged. It can go anywhere. So if I say, you, black flagged army, go here, it will just go there, ignoring zone of control because it's black flagged. So the key to this trick / exploit is you utilize a black flagged army's ability to set a path while it's black flagged, but make it so that the army becomes unblack flagged along the way. So what we're gonna do is get this province transferred to us, path through it, which will unblack flag us. We're still black flagged though, so now we're going to issue the command to go where we want to go. And then this is the most important part. If you're ever running into an issue where this doesn't work, it's because you're forgetting this next step. If we just leave it like this, what's going to happen is as soon as we get unblack flagged, the game is going to check to see if we're allowed to go there, because we just became unblack flagged and we're moving into another tag's land. So the check about access happens. But if we issue a movement command back to territory that we own or control ourselves, then now our end target is something we personally have control of, which makes the game not check to see if we have a right to go this way. And that's what allows you to just ignore zone of control. It's just gonna walk right through, because clearly, since I was able to issue the movement command, we have a ability to go there. I couldn't possibly have issued the command if it was not a legitimate move, right? Now, another thing that can happen that can break it is if you issue the movement command. Let's say, for example, we didn't have access through Yemen. That's why I checked the military access with a non-black flagged army. On the tooltip it says we have access here. If we didn't have access through Yemen, I'd still be able to issue the command just the same as I did. But then when we get to here and we start marching into Yemen, it will check if we have access there. And because we don't, it'll get stopped in this province. Hopefully that makes sense. Onward and upward to Cairo. Like the Ottomans aren't too happy about me coming over here and doing stuff, so we'll head back to Guria for now. We do have call for pizza, which means we should probably peace out soonish, but is there any province we can use to clear that? I wonder. think we already occupy stuff everywhere that we're allowed to demand things that we... he doesn't have any islands or anything, annoyingly. Okay, well, I think we're peacing out soon. Are they planning to change it? No, of course not. Why would they change it? Why would they fix it? They probably don't even think it's broken. Lose stab? Alright, now that we're through, we can split the army up and take down both these secondary participants. Purging all of his alliances is something I think we definitely want to take the time to do. We did lose control of Constantinople. We're still able to demand it because it's just rebels. Cairo already fell, 41 days. Wow. Why is our army so strong good? Get those occupations in place. Bum, ba, bum, bum. All they'd have to do is remove Black Flag. Like, black flagging is a weird mechanic. They should find a more elegant solution to it. I would, if it were my game, I would just make it so that if black flagging is like, your army's not where it's supposed to be, I think they should handle it the way that they handle it in Stellaris. The army should go completely out of control, like you shouldn't be able to interact with it, and a movement command should be issued and have it march to your capital. Or something. And then there wouldn't be any more shenanigans, but... I want these 10 ducats, they're important. Not capital, but nearest friendly? It's still more possible. It's still theoretically possible to maybe exploit. Wow, there's a lot of events all at once. Ooh, army tradition. We're at 93. Nice. Ottomans want peace. Weird. What if troops are on an island? Then a la Stellaris, if they are unable to go, there is no marchable path, then they just would get an indicator that says this army is currently relocating, and just like with rebel armies that teleport since they don't have access to transports, it would calculate the time it should cost to march from here to our capital, and then after that number of days, they would just teleport there. Probably how I would handle it. Okay, let's have you guys head to here, and then honestly, they should probably just head all the way back to our capital. Isel was just unsieged. Look at Georgia. Going after him. He's trying to fight him directly. He's a bold move. Al Arid fell. Dodged. Great power, war reps, money. You're not allowed to be friends with the Ottomans. Goodbye. Unfortunately, if we path this way, we're going to get unblack flagged here. And then we'll march into an army that will kill us. So we actually need to issue it this way. Try to route the army back in a direction that makes it safe. Alright, then there was the Ottomans. So we're at 84 war score. Call for pizza is at 0.09. We have 0.1 war exhaustion. One of the super amazing things about optimism from Innovative Ideas. Letting you ignore that call for pizza for a while. Wouldn't that be really annoying if the AI cancels military access on you? You can't cancel military access on you. You cannot cancel military access on someone if they have troops in your land. So that can't happen. Okay, this army's holding the Georgian region. Okay, guys, what do you want to do for our peace deal? We already have enough war score for 100%, I believe. He has no allies anymore, so he'll have to re-up his alliances with other people, hopefully resetting our truce timer. So I'm totally willing to do a 100% peace deal here. And again, our goal is to cripple him so much that we're able to guarantee him as fast as possible. So we want to weaken him. We want to take forts, probably, to make it easier for future wars. So taking his capital, for example. What are his loans at right now? They are at 12. I could go through the motions and calculate when he'll be bankrupt. Kind of a lot of math and work, though. You want to do it? Can we do it? Unless there's like a large number of people in chat who want to see how to calculate bankruptcy, I don't want to do it. But if you want to do it, let me know. He has minus 2.5% interest per annum. That's pretty significant. How do you know it's 2.5? He's got admin ideas, trade ideas. He's a lucky nation. We're on hard. Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot. I can't remember. Is there an easy way to see the actual number? Let's just look it up. It's fine. So admin ideas gives him 0.5. Trade paired with administrative, I think, gives a policy that does it. Doesn't it? Trade. No, it's a trade efficiency policy. Are there no policies here that reduce interest? Okay, why do you think that it's minus 2.5? I see the 0.5. I know that him being a lucky nation is minus 1, so that's 1.5. Where's the other 1 come from? We're not playing on very hard, we're playing on hard, so I don't think that there's an interest reduction on hard. But I can't remember. Admin ideas only gives 0.5. Trade does have a policy. But it's trade innovative, and it's only 0.25, and he doesn't have innovative. Hard is minus 1? Oh, damn. Alright. Does trade just outright reduce it? I don't think that it does. Okay, so that looks confirmed then. Okay, so he's got minus 2.5% interest per annum, which means he's only paying 1.5% interest on his loans. So, bust out your calculator. The math for bankruptcy is as follows. First thing we're gonna do is calculate how much debt he has, which there's a few ways you can do it. You can look to see someone he's allied to, but we've already annulled all of his alliances. So we can't check that. But the way you can calculate it without using alliances is just based on the math, right? So we go war enemies, Ottomans, look at his developments. Loan size is based on development, not income. 1081 times 0.5, just because reasons. It's half of the development is the base loan size. Multiply the loan size then by trade efficiency from technology. So whatever his trade efficiency from technology number is, he's on Diplotech 16. We're on Diplotech 17. He's got the same number that we do, which is 10%. So 540.5 times 1.1. That's his base loan size. We just went through and checked his interest per annum, and we know that it's 1.5%. Base interest per annum is 4 over a 5-year loan for a total loss of 20%. But because of his reductions, he only has 1.5%. Times 5 years. So a total interest rate of 7.5%. Or just, 1.5% each year. Not 2.5. He's got 1.5. He's a lucky nation, which reduces interest per annum by 1. We're playing on hard, which reduces interest per annum by 1. And he has administrative ideas, which reduces interest per annum by 0.5. So 4 minus 0.5 minus 1 minus 1 is 1.5 interest. So you take the default loan size, check the ledger, go to page 4, hover over his admin rating, take that number, loans 0.24, divide that by 0.02, and that's the number of loans that he has. So just divide it by 2, basically. 24 becomes 12, right? Ignore the 0 and divide by 2. He's got 12 loans, okay? And the base size is 594 times 12 loans. This number times 0.015, 1.5% interest per annum, is the amount of interest he's paying on his loans right now on an annual basis. We need to calculate it on a monthly basis, though, so we're going to take this number now and divide it by 12. We can calculate then he's paying 8.918 ducats a month in interest. Bankruptcy happens when your interest per month exceeds your income per month. And then on the very next loan that you take, when those conditions are met, you go bankrupt. So we need to, based on that math, get his monthly gross income to 8.9 ducats or less. And then, on top of that, not just get it that low, but also force him to take a loan. So if we got his income to say 5, but he has a treasury of 400 ducats, he still won't go bankrupt. He has to have less income than his monthly interest and be forced into taking a loan. And it can't be during a peace deal. If we do a peace deal, say we send him a 25% war score worth of money's peace deal and make him take an extra 5 loans, you might assume that that's going to force the bankruptcy, right? But that doesn't work because on the monthly tick, when it calculates that he's taken a loan, it's also going to calculate that all the occupations are gone and his income goes up. Will he ever be smart enough to delete units? Nope. So if we full occupy him a bit more, we could trigger the bankruptcy. But it's very difficult to do against the Ottomans because he's a lucky nation with hard AI bonuses, so minus 2% interest just based on those two things. If he didn't have those things, if we were playing on like normal mode or playing without lucky nations, then the math would be 1081 times 0.5 times 1.1 times 12 loans. And then instead of 1.5 interest, he'd be paying 3.5 interest. Divided by 12. Then we just have to get his income below 20.8. Which would be a lot easier. He's already down to 41. And again, this goes back to what I was talking about a few episodes ago, where I was talking about how I don't like to fight the enemy's army if I can avoid it. Make my army strong enough and then ignore their army. Because if he has no army, you can't make him take the loan. You see what I mean? The only way to trigger him to take that last loan, the one that forces the bankruptcy, is if he has an army. Because what else is he spending money on? What are your expenses? Anyway, call for pizza. Like we could stay in this for a little bit more. The vast majority of his income is coming from taxes still, and that's just dependent upon direct occupation, so we need to occupy more stuff if we want to actually make this happen. Or, again, we don't necessarily have to get his income below 8. If we make him take more loans, which he will be taking because we're leaving his army alive, then the amount of income we have to drive him down to gets higher. Yeah, I saw that. 92% disease outbreak. Garbage. Also, every month that goes by, he's getting devastation, right? So, ultimately, we're just trying to make him weak and bad and stuff. So, yeah. Hopefully some of that math made sense and you guys understand where we're coming from. Let's actually go get on Black Flagged and then march onto Aleppo. These two armies. Oh, there's actually a 22 stack here. Maybe we don't. We'll see. If we want to take it a step further, we could actually calculate like the rate that he's losing money. We know that with his income of 45 ducats, we can calculate almost everything from the ledger. We know his army size, exactly. We know the composition. He's got 5 cav, he's got 54 artillery, he's got 102,000 infantry, of which 27 of the regiments are mercs. So we could calculate exactly what his monthly maintenance is, but I don't really want to do that. It's way easier to just do this. Snapshot that, put that off to a side for a sec, wait a monthly tick. Open the ledger again. There, he's losing 85 ducats a month. So every 3 or 4 months, he'll be taking another loan. How do I do that snapshot? That's an auto hotkey script. It's called screen clip. I think we push for a little bit longer. Like, I don't even care if we get a bunch of our own war exhaustion. Ugh. I want to fight that army. July 14th, July 11th. We could get out if we go this way. Maybe we can sneak past him. Get out of here without having to fight that. Okay, things flashing at me. I gotta take a short break here if you watch this on YouTube. Otherwise, stick around. I'll see you again in just a moment on Twitch. Cheers, and I'll see you soon.